course, what's been said by the Premier and Matt there, this event is still unfolding. It's very, very important that people don't go out sightseeing, that they should stay at home where they're safe. We don't need people out on the road looking at what's happened as things start to ease up. We need you to stay put, particularly with the power line standard. It's a very dangerous environment. And not only that, we need the space and time for our emergency service workers to start the work that they need to do. And that starts with assessing what's actually happened. So we need your assistance in that. And as the event moves through the Billawilla area, we need people to do exactly what's happened in Rockhampton. It's with great comfort at this stage we've had no reports of any injuries, or serious or otherwise. Obviously we'll continue to see what happens with that, but we're very hopeful that will continue to be the case if people do what we ask of them. So please stay off the roads, stay at home, there's no need to go out, make sure you're safe. If you've got a problem, ring for emergencies, 000, or otherwise get onto the other emergency services to help you out. I want to hand to Commissioner Katarina.
Thank you. Just to give you some details, ladies and gentlemen, we have started obviously assessments, particularly in Yeppoon, and to go on from what the Premier has indicated, there certainly is damage in those areas, structural damage to houses, to businesses, obviously flooding in roads and power lines down. So that assessment is, we're getting a quite comprehensive view of what's happened in Yeppoon at the moment, but certainly that is just now starting to come in for Rockhampton. So can I reiterate the message from everybody? For those, please stay in your houses still. Don't come out unless it's safe to do so, particularly because the power lines are over the roads. But also we just have received information that if, we will be able to move into Yeppoon. The roads are open, the main roads have indicated, so it'll give emergency services greater access to that area to conduct further assessments.
So at this stage we are very thankful there are no reported injuries in the Yeppoon and surrounding coastal regions, and also in Rockhampton. We are monitoring the situation, and can I assure all residents living in that area we are doing everything possible. But please be patient. Please remain in your homes and let the emergency services do the work that they have the professionalism to do during this time. Now, in relation to South East Queensland, there have been quite a few concerns raised about the amount of rain that we are receiving here in the South East. At the moment, this is not connected to the cyclone. This is a separate weather event. There is a lot of rainfall that is falling across the southeast. We've had since 6 a.m. this morning about 60 millimetres, and on the Sunshine Coast about 200. This is causing some localised flooding. What we are doing now is that we need to assess over the coming days as this cyclone comes down further south, the impacts that will cause on our rivers and our catchments. That is where modelling is now being done. I'm convening the State Disaster Committee at 4 o'clock today to have a look at some of that preliminary modelling. There will be further modelling that will be done overnight as we track where this cyclone is progressing. So can I please urge all residents in South East Queensland to please listen to your radio and make sure that you listen to the advice of local authorities. I understand that the Lord Mayor has convened the local Disaster Management Committee, and they have met to discuss these issues as well. But as everyone can appreciate, our fundamental main focus at the moment is on the families of Rockhampton and Yeppoon who have gone through a terrifying experience today. We are very, very thankful that we have avoided the worst of what could have been an absolute catastrophe if those winds had escalated and the Category 5 had gone straight over Yeppoon. Can I also place on record my extended thanks to all of the emergency services personnel. They are doing an absolutely wonderful job out there, trying to restore power as quickly as possible, making sure that your calls are responded to. We are doing everything we possibly can, and please everyone, be patient, stay in your homes, and we will recover as quickly as we possibly can. I might just ask Matt if he just wants to explain that second system in the southeast, just to make sure that residents in southeast Queensland have a full understanding that this rainfall event is not yet connected to the cyclone, and we are preparing as much as we possibly can.
So much of the rainfall over southeastern Queensland over the last 24 hours has been associated with a coastal trough. We can expect some of these falls to continue into tonight, and then what we can expect is as the cyclone moves down from the north, we will see a further intensification of rain with the system, which is likely to be a low pressure system by the time it comes down towards the southeast. But it will still increase the rainfall throughout the southeast as that next core of the current cyclone, or the remnants of that core, moves down towards the southeast. So we will be monitoring the